You should not trust or respect these 9 people. Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius once remarked, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This powerful insight from Stoicism guides us as we navigate the complex web of human relationships. Today on Stoic in Your Life, we delve into the personalities you might want to reconsider trusting and respecting according to Stoic principles. Stoic wisdom teaches us that trust and respect are earned through virtue and integrity, not just given based on status or words. So, which types of people should we approach with caution? We will explore 9 types of individuals who might challenge your Stoic values of trust and respect. Join us as we seek the strength and wisdom to discern who may not deserve our trust and respect, and strive to cultivate the virtues that make us worthy of both. Number 1. The gossip monger. In the complex tapestry of human relationships, trust and respect emerge as the cornerstone virtues essential for sustaining any meaningful interaction. However, these pivotal threads can be perilously undermined by individuals who engage in gossip, an act that not only destroys personal bonds but also erodes communal integrity. Consider the narrative of Clara, which starkly illustrates this issue. What commenced as innocuous, private exchanges gradually morphed into a complex web of deceit and estrangement. Once regarded as a trustworthy confidant, Clara soon found herself isolated, her credibility dissolved amid the spread of her own words. The philosophy of Stoicism, rooted in principles of honesty and mutual respect, categorically denounces such behaviors. Stoicism imparts a profound understanding of how our words and actions reflect our innermost character, advocating that we live in truth and directness. Gossip, inherently deceitful and divisive, is fundamentally opposed to these Stoic ideals. It not only creates disharmony among peers but also degrades the gossiper's moral stature. Epictetus, a revered Stoic philosopher, eloquently expressed that we should value our character above our reputation, emphasizing that character is the true essence of our being, immutable and real, whereas reputation is merely an external perception, susceptible to the whims and opinions of others. This perspective invites us to reject the temptations of engaging in gossip. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to communicate with sincerity and respect, striving to ensure our words foster unity rather than discord. Our conversations should not serve as avenues to belittle or undermine others, but should be conduits for encouragement and constructive interaction. Aligning our speech with these Stoic principles not only enhances our personal growth, but also fortifies the relationships we cherish, cultivating a community grounded in trust and mutual respect. The unfortunate story of Clara serves as a poignant reminder of the destructive potential of gossip. In the Stoic view, the manner in which we express ourselves is as significant as the content of our speech. Gossip, often trivialized as mere idle chatter, can have significant repercussions on relationships and the broader social fabric. By delving into the psychology of gossip and recognizing its impact, we are better equipped to understand its complex role in human interactions and more capable of fostering a society that values transparency and integrity. In applying these ancient Stoic teachings to our modern lives, the relevance becomes unmistakably clear. We navigate a world where our words can either bridge divides or widen gaps. By choosing to speak with intention and positivity, we can create an environment that not only reflects our deepest values but also inspires others to do the same. Thus, as we confront the challenges of contemporary society, let us draw upon Stoic wisdom to guide our interactions, ensuring that our legacy is one of integrity and respect. Through this mindful approach, we continue to weave a social fabric rich with trust and respect, essential for the flourishing of any community. Number 2. The selfish person. Navigating through the complexities of human relationships, we often come across a spectrum of personalities, some of which challenge our capacity for tolerance and understanding. Among these personalities, the narcissist often presents a significant challenge. This is a person enveloped in an aura of self-importance, always seeking the limelight, their self-esteem apparently boundless, yet paradoxically fragile. Narcissists are characterized by a profound self-centeredness that transcends simple egoism. It's an all-consuming focus on oneself at the expense of others. This trait manifests as a desire for constant admiration and a severe lack of empathy towards others. Their interactions are often marked by an overt display of arrogance and a disregard for the feelings and achievements of those around them. This can erode the very foundations of trust and respect that healthy relationships are built upon. Let's delve deeper into the example of Damien, a figure who exemplifies narcissistic tendencies in a contemporary setting. Damien, a charismatic yet overly self-absorbed professional, dominates every meeting and conversation with tales of his own exploits, rarely allowing others a moment in the spotlight. His need for endless validation and his inability to recognize the successes of his colleagues gradually creates a rift between him and his peers. Over time, his coworkers begin to withdraw, seeking more reciprocal and empathetic interactions, leaving Damien isolated, a consequence of his relentless self-focus. From the Stoic viewpoint, as espoused by the philosopher Marcus Aurelius, genuine self-worth is not measured by accolades or external validation, but by one's commitment to living a virtuous and balanced life. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, emphasized the importance of humility and service to others, principles diametrically opposed to narcissistic values. He urged people not to boast, but to blend in and contribute positively to the fabric of their community. Stoicism, with its focus on inner peace and the good of the community, holds that a narcissist's behaviors are fundamentally at odds with these ideals. Narcissists, by prioritizing their desires and needs above all else, disrupt social harmony and undermine communal and personal growth. Therefore, they do not deserve our trust or respect, as their actions are antithetical to the Stoic virtues of empathy, humility, and respect for others. How then should we navigate relationships with such individuals? Stoicism teaches us to be discerning in our associations, to foster connections that are mutually supportive and aligned with our values. This philosophy encourages us to reflect critically on our relationships. Do they bring peace and positivity, or turmoil and negativity? Are we nurturing bonds that elevate our spirits and encourage our moral growth? By actively choosing to surround ourselves with people who embody the spirit of Stoicism, those who respect, empathize, and support, we not only enrich our own lives but also uphold the Stoic pursuit of a harmonious and virtuous existence. This approach not only helps us in building healthier, more fulfilling relationships, but also steers us towards a more tranquil and meaningful life. Thus, in understanding the detrimental impact of narcissistic behaviors and consciously avoiding them, we take crucial steps towards achieving a more balanced and stoically aligned life. Number 3. The envious. In the intricate tapestry of human interactions that we witness in the grand theater of life, there are individuals who, instead of embracing and celebrating the successes of their peers, allow themselves to be consumed by envy. This emotion, dark and corrosive, not only disrupts their inner peace but also taints their interactions with others. Imagine a scenario where someone achieves a noteworthy success. Observe the reactions of those around them. Do their faces light up with genuine joy and admiration, or do they cloud over with a shadow of discontent? Envious individuals do not simply desire what others possess. They often nurture a deep-seated resentment towards those fortunate enough to achieve it. Take, for example, the story of Marcus, a talented artisan in his community. When his colleague Julia received praise and recognition for her exceptional work, Marcus found himself unable to share in her joy. Instead, his heart filled with envy, and he began to undermine Julia's achievements, disparaging her work in front of their peers. This behavior not only isolated Marcus but also introduced discord into what had been a supportive community environment. His actions, driven by jealousy, highlighted how envy not only strains personal relationships but can erode the fabric of community cohesion. The Stoic philosophers, with their profound understanding of human nature, emphasized the destructive impact of envy. They warned us repeatedly about its dangers. Reflecting on this, one of the most venerated Stoic thinkers remarked, "Envy eats away at the soul, diverting our attention from our own achievements to obsess over the successes of others. This shift in focus not only undermines our happiness, but distracts us from the essential task of self-improvement and character building." The perils of envy extend beyond mere personal discontent. They compromise our moral integrity, making us petty and self-absorbed. This vice prevents us from recognizing and reaching our potential, anchoring our sense of satisfaction to the vicissitudes of others' fortunes rather than our accomplishments. Given the destructive nature of envy, it is clear that those who allow themselves to be driven by this emotion do not merit our trust or respect. Their actions, rooted not in virtue, but in a destructive impulse, disrupt the harmony and mutual support essential for any thriving community. As we reflect on these insights, we must ask ourselves, how can we become champions of others' successes instead of viewing them through the lens of envy? By adopting a mindset that sees the achievements of others as catalysts for inspiration and motivation, we truly embody the Stoic ideals of virtue and communal support. What steps can you take today to transform any feelings of envy into a force for personal growth and positive contribution to your community? Before we proceed, I'd like to express my gratitude to you for watching this video. Your presence is a support and motivation for the Stoic community to further thrive. Please share your thoughts or experiences with us, or simply say, "I am a Stoic." Continue to follow along to explore journeys of resilience that make our lives truly meaningful and joyful. Number 4. The always critic. In the intricate dance of human relationships, encountering a mentor who genuinely nurtures our potential and guides us toward excellence can be a profound blessing. These mentors, wielding constructive criticism as a tool, act as skilled sculptors, carefully refining us and enhancing our best qualities. However, it is vital to discern between the type of advice that fosters our growth and the relentless onslaught of criticism that serves only to undermine and discourage. Contemplate the character of the perpetual critic, ever ready to identify faults yet rarely offering practical solutions or supportive guidance. This individual may frequently engage in criticism without considering the potential impact of their words, often inflicting unnecessary hurt. Stoic philosophy, especially as espoused by the philosopher Epictetus, offers a valuable perspective on how to navigate such interactions. Epictetus famously advised, "Don't just talk about what it means to be good. Be good." This guidance compels us to focus more on nurturing our own internal moral compass and less on the external barrage of criticism that seeks to distract and disorient us. Criticism, when it is genuinely constructive, serves as a powerful force for personal and collective growth. It has the potential to uplift, refine, and strengthen us. In contrast, constant criticism that lacks any constructive intent is fundamentally at odds with the Stoic values of growth, resilience, and virtue. Allowing this type of criticism to penetrate our thoughts can inhibit our development, diminish our self-esteem, and disrupt our inner peace. Therefore, it is crucial to welcome criticism that truly aims to improve us, that challenges us to strive higher and become better versions of ourselves. We must learn to let go of criticism that is merely burdensome, much like shedding old leaves that no longer serve us. Seek out and cherish leaders who offer sincere, purpose-driven feedback. Remember, authentic respect and trust are cultivated through constructive, positive interactions, not through the erosion of our spirit. Living in accordance with Stoic principles not only shields us from the detrimental effects of unnecessary criticism, but also commits us to a path marked by continuous personal growth, resilience, and ethical integrity. This steadfast commitment fortifies our inner peace, enabling us to remain calm and undisturbed despite the external chaos that might swirl around us. By adhering to these principles, we ensure that our journey through life is not swayed by the harsh winds of constant criticism, but is instead guided by a clear, unerring focus on self-improvement and virtue. Thus, we navigate our lives with a resolute commitment to growth and righteousness, ensuring that we stand firm against the disruptive forces of negative criticism. Number 5. The manipulative individual. In the intricate dance of our daily interactions, the ability to distinguish between persuasive individuals who seek to enhance mutual understanding and manipulative ones who aim solely for personal gain is vital. Consider the case of Alex, a seemingly charismatic figure whose charm initially won the hearts of many in his vibrant neighborhood. As time passed, however, a more disconcerting picture of Alex emerged. His darker tendencies began to surface. He spread false rumors to tilt decisions in his favor and simulated distress to evade responsibilities. These actions were manipulative, designed to manipulate situations to his advantage. Such behavior runs counter to the fundamental principles of Stoicism, which prizes virtues like honesty, integrity, and virtue above all else. Stoics believe that our words and deeds should reflect these virtues, thus fostering trust and respect within our personal and communal relationships. As Alex's true nature became known, the consequences were stark. The trust that had once secured his social connections eroded, leaving his interactions shallow and his gatherings unattended. Alex's social life, once bustling and vibrant, dwindled to solitude, a direct result of his manipulative actions. This shift in Alex's fortunes underscores a critical lesson about the nature of manipulation and its long-term effects. Manipulation, by its very nature, not only harms the manipulator by isolating them, but also corrodes the communal trust that binds social groups together. For those of us who follow Stoic philosophy, recognizing and shielding ourselves from such manipulative behaviors is crucial. The Stoic practice of cultivating discernment becomes our tool in this endeavor. This virtue allows us to see beyond superficial appearances and discern the true intentions behind someone's words and actions. In our interactions, it is essential to constantly assess whether the actions and words of others are aimed at achieving mutual good or are skewed to benefit themselves at the expense of others. When you come across individuals whose actions seem primarily self-serving, manipulating circumstances subtly to their advantage, it's important to step back and reflect. Do their words contribute to a deeper understanding and mutual benefit? Or are they merely tools for their own benefit? Adopting Stoicism means committing to a life devoid of deceit, where our choices and actions consistently reflect our inner moral values. The story of Alex serves as a clear reminder to live with integrity, uphold honesty, and nurture relationships based on genuine respect and mutual engagement. In doing so, we not only adhere to Stoic principles but also enhance our personal well-being and the health of our community. Let us endeavor to be individuals who support and uplift each other, avoiding the destructive paths of manipulation. By firmly committing to virtue, we protect our lives from the degradation of trust and build robust foundations for relationships that are both respectful and enduring. In every social circle, there exist individuals adept at twisting interactions to serve their own ends. Recognizing and understanding the strategies and motives of these manipulators, whether in personal relationships, professional environments, or broader societal interactions, is crucial for safeguarding ourselves and others from their detrimental influences. So, let me guide you through a deeper understanding of the manipulative personalities you may encounter. Manipulative individuals are masters of disguise. They often mask their true intentions behind a facade of aggression, charm, or flattery. Initially, they may appear congenial and benevolent, yet their actions are self-serving. To shield yourself from such deceit, it's essential to become adept at interpreting subtle cues in body language and consistent patterns in behavior. Remember what Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This introspection can help you discern the truth behind the facade. Manipulators employ a plethora of tactics to achieve their ends, such as dishonesty, inducing guilt, gaslighting, and exploiting emotions. They prey on vulnerabilities to dominate situations or gain advantages. By familiarizing yourself with these methods, you empower yourself to maintain independence and mitigate their influence. What strategies have you noticed in your own experiences with such individuals? The reasons behind manipulative behaviors are often complex, rooted in a desire for power, control, approval, or financial gain. Some manipulators act out of deep-seated insecurity or past traumas. Understanding these underlying motives can foster empathy, enabling us to engage with them on a human level while safeguarding our own well-being. The repercussions of manipulation can be profound, ranging from damaged relationships and diminished self-esteem to psychological trauma. Manipulators often leave a trail of confusion and chaos, eroding trust and weakening social bonds. Recognizing the destructive impact of manipulative behaviors is a vital first step in countering their effects. To defend against manipulation, it is crucial to develop robust strategies. Enhancing your assertiveness, setting clear boundaries, and honing your critical thinking are invaluable skills in this endeavor. Surrounding yourself with supportive and trustworthy individuals further shields you from manipulative influences. By delving deeper into the nature of manipulation and its impact on individuals and society, we foster a more informed and resilient community. This exploration not only raises awareness, but also equips us with the tools to foster healthier, more genuine interactions. As we journey through life, let us remain vigilant, informed, and above all, compassionate, ensuring our interactions enrich rather than diminish our collective well-being. As you reflect on these insights, consider how they resonate with your own experiences and how you can apply them to foster a more authentic and supportive environment. What will your next step be in cultivating a life less susceptible to the whims of manipulation? Number 6, the flatterer. In the intricate web of human interactions, we often encounter a character both fascinating and troubling: the flatterer. This individual, outwardly charming and full of praise, subtly undermines the crucial foundations of trust and respect that are vital for deep, meaningful relationships. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher whose insights continue to resonate, astutely noted, "Flattery is more harmful than blatant hostility," highlighting that flattery exploits vulnerabilities rather than fostering genuine self-awareness and growth. Let's consider the case of Thomas, who was well known for his ingratiating manner. His approach was always to compliment, his words dripping with sweetness. Yet they lacked the essence of true sincerity. As time unfolded, his circle of friends, initially captivated by his seemingly kind and affectionate nature, began to see through the facade. They noticed that his compliments were not rooted in truth, but were rather a means to maintain his popularity and acceptance. The relationships that had appeared deep and vibrant began to feel superficial and strained. The realization that Thomas preferred flattering words to honest dialogue led to a deterioration of trust and closeness. His story serves as a cautionary tale, reflecting a common issue in the dynamics of personal and social relationships. Why then is someone like Thomas, who regularly resorts to flattery, viewed with increasing skepticism and caution? Stoicism provides a lens through which to view this dilemma, teaching us that authentic relationships rely on a foundation of mutual respect and honesty. Flattery, when it is excessive and unearned, does not serve to uplift or support the recipient. Instead, it acts as a manipulative tool. Its purpose is not to express genuine appreciation, but to curry favor and manipulate emotions. This starkly contrasts with the Stoic virtues, which emphasize the importance of authenticity and treating others with genuine respect and dignity. Flattery is often cloaked in what appears to be genuine affection, skillfully mimicking the expressions of true love or respect. This deceptive veneer can create an illusion of warmth and appreciation, all the while being driven by motives to gain favor, wield influence, or assert control over others. The adept flatterer knows how to exploit the weaknesses and insecurities of others, using these vulnerabilities as levers for personal gain, thereby establishing a cycle of dependency and manipulation that ultimately serves their own ends. Furthermore, the external demeanor of flatterers can be highly appealing. They often come across as charming and attentive, their comments filled with what seems to be genuine concern, and their gestures indicative of a considerate nature. However, beneath this engaging exterior lies a well-thought-out strategy. Their objectives may vary. Some flatterers seek personal gain, others desire power, and some may simply crave an inflated sense of their own significance. Regardless of the specific aim, their behavior is calculated and precisely tailored to achieve their desired outcomes. Recognizing the critical importance of discernment and skepticism when confronted with flattery is essential. We must cultivate the ability to distinguish between genuine praise and strategic flattery. By questioning the motivations of those who frequently offer flattering remarks, trusting our instincts about the authenticity of others, and understanding the mechanisms through which influence is exerted, we can protect ourselves from the manipulative charms of the flatterer. As depicted in ancient dramas and moral tales, human relationships can often blur the lines between sincerity and deceit, between genuine affection and exploitative manipulation. By grasping the nature and impact of flattery, we empower ourselves to avoid its traps and to foster relationships based on real mutual respect and understanding. In our modern society, where interactions can be as fleeting as they are profound, understanding the dynamics of flattery is more than just a protective measure. It also enables us to build and maintain authentic, enduring connections. The wisdom of the Stoics, like that of Seneca, serves as a timeless guide in our endeavor to live lives characterized by integrity and meaningful purpose. As we navigate our complex web of relationships, let us strive to avoid the roles of both the flatterer and the flattered, seeking instead truth and authenticity in our dealings with others. Number 7. The person who was hurt. In the intricate narrative of our lives, we often encounter individuals who habitually adopt the role of the victim. This behavior isn't necessarily an authentic cry for help, but rather a strategy to garner sympathy and dodge the responsibilities that life inevitably presents. These individuals navigate their existence not as architects of their fate, but as perpetual victims, manipulating the natural compassion of those around them for their own advantage. Take, for example, the story of Emily, which serves as a poignant illustration of this dynamic. Initially, Emily's friends were drawn into her orbit of apparent misfortunes, responding with empathy and support. However, over time, they began to discern a pattern. Emily's victimhood was not merely a set of unfortunate events, but a chosen posture, a calculated refusal to confront and engage with life's challenges independently. This realization led them to reevaluate their trust and respect for her, recognizing that her constant state of victimization was a choice rather than a necessity. This brings to mind the wise words of Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher who taught, "It's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters." His statement highlights a crucial aspect of human resilience, the capacity to remain steadfast and in control in the face of adversity. Stoicism promotes the belief that while we cannot control every external event, we can master our reactions, thereby shaping our inner character and our destiny. By choosing to live as victims, individuals like Emily engage in a form of deception, not only towards others but towards themselves as well. They forsake the virtues of courage, wisdom, and justice, and in doing so, they hinder their own personal development. More so, they undermine the very foundation of trust and respect that are essential for meaningful and healthy relationships. In our society, empathy and support are valuable and necessary, but they should not be exploited by those who are unwilling to take responsibility for their actions. It is imperative that we approach individuals who perpetually play the victim with discernment, offering them support that encourages responsibility rather than perpetuates a cycle of dependency. By adopting this approach, we adhere to the Stoic ideals of personal responsibility and mutual respect. We foster a community where trust and respect are earned through genuine interactions and shared growth, not through manipulation or deceit. Now I invite you to join this conversation. Have you ever dealt with people who consistently play the victim? How have you handled these interactions, and what impact have they had on your relationships? Engage with us in the comments below. Let's explore together how we can apply Stoic principles to better handle these situations, enhancing our resilience and promoting a more authentic and fulfilling life. Through our shared experiences and insights, we aim to cultivate a deeper understanding of Stoicism and its practical applications in modern life. Number 8. The person who lacks empathy. As we delve into the intricate fabric of human relationships, it becomes evident that empathy stands as a foundational thread, essential for weaving strong, meaningful connections. Empathy empowers us to share in the joys and sorrows of others, fostering a community rich in compassion and mutual respect. When this critical element is missing, we face a profound discord that disrupts the harmony essential for nurturing healthy human bonds and impeding the flourishing of a genuinely supportive community. The ancient Stoic philosophers, champions of virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, deeply understood the integral role of empathy in crafting a life of moral and ethical substance. Reflecting on the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic luminary, we find a powerful metaphor in his words: "The hive injures the bee." This statement underscores the deep interconnectedness of our lives and emphasizes the vital importance of empathy in safeguarding the collective well-being of our communal hive. In the absence of empathy, individuals tend to view the world through a constricted lens, focusing solely on their personal needs and experiences, while remaining blind to the emotional landscapes that surround them. This narrow perspective isolates them from the joys and challenges experienced by others, severing them from the fabric of a nurturing and empathetic community. The consequences of such an empathy deficit are twofold. Firstly, it leads to personal isolation, as the individual lacking empathy cannot fully engage with the emotional realities of others. Secondly, it diminishes the overall capacity of the community to foster compassion and shared human experiences, critical components of a healthy social environment. This brings us to ponder a critical question. Is it possible to truly trust or respect someone who lacks the ability to understand and share the feelings of others? Trust and respect are pillars built upon the foundation of mutual understanding and shared values, elements that are sorely missing in those devoid of empathy. In light of these reflections, let us heed the Stoic call to actively cultivate empathy. This endeavor involves extending our understanding and compassion beyond the confines of our personal experiences, to touch the lives of others in meaningful ways. What steps can we take to enhance our capacity for empathy, and how might this heightened sensibility transform our relationships and our community? By advocating for and practicing empathy, we not only adhere to Stoic principles, but also contribute to building a world where every individual is acknowledged, heard, and valued. Through such efforts, we create a rich tapestry of human experience, marked by deep understanding and robust mutual respect. As you ponder these ideas, consider how you can personally contribute to fostering empathy within your own circles. How will enhancing your empathetic engagements affect your interactions and the broader community? Each step taken towards empathy not only enriches our own lives, but also fortifies the very foundations of our social fabric. Number 9. Those who judge. In the intricate web of human relationships, it is a common yet overlooked truth that premature judgments can significantly undermine the foundational pillars of trust and respect. Consider a scenario unfolding at a community gathering. Sarah, upon noticing Peter's simplistic attire, swiftly concludes that he lacks sophistication. She voices her opinion loudly enough for others to hear, prompting whispers and discomfort among the attendees. This incident perfectly exemplifies the detrimental effects of making quick, superficial judgments. The teachings of Epictetus, an esteemed Stoic philosopher, are deeply relevant in this context. He famously advised, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we might listen more and talk less." This piece of ancient wisdom highlights the importance of prioritizing understanding and listening over speaking. When Sarah opts to critique Peter based on his outward appearance, she neglects the opportunity to engage with him on a deeper, more meaningful level. Instead of fostering a dialogue that could lead to greater understanding or constructive outcomes, her rash judgment serves only to sow discord and division within the group. This behavior starkly contrasts with the values upheld by Stoicism, which include wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. These principles advocate for profound empathy and a thorough appreciation of the complexities inherent in each person's life. Quick judgments often fail to consider these complexities and thus can erode the very trust and respect necessary for healthy, supportive relationships. By embracing Stoic virtues, individuals are encouraged to look beyond the superficial, beyond mere appearances and initial impressions, to understand the myriad factors that influence behavior and decisions. In today's fast-paced, often impersonal world, where judgments can be quickly formed and just as quickly shared across various media, adhering to Stoic principles of thoughtful understanding is more crucial than ever. There is wisdom in the adage, "He who walks with the wise grows wise." This proverb underscores the importance of surrounding ourselves with wise and understanding individuals. Their influence not only promotes personal growth and wisdom, but also cultivates an environment where more enlightened values can flourish. Our challenge, then, is to create a community that prioritizes empathy and understanding over judgment and exclusion. By doing so, we foster a society that not only comprehends but also values the rich tapestry of individual experiences and perspectives. Such an approach not only deepens our personal connections, but also strengthens the collective social fabric, creating a nurturing environment where respect and trust are nurtured and flourish abundantly. This commitment to deeper understanding and empathy is not just beneficial, it is essential for a harmonious and supportive community. As we wrap up this discussion on the types of people you should be cautious about trusting and respecting, remember that the essence of Stoicism isn't just about avoidance, it's about actively seeking out those who elevate our spirits and enhance our moral journey. Reflect on the relationships in your life. Are they pushing you towards your best self? Are you surrounded by individuals who embody the virtues you admire? Marcus Aurelius reminded us of the value in righteous companionship over material wealth. I encourage you to take a moment to assess your circle and make the conscious choice to foster relationships that contribute to your happiness and personal growth. I'd love to hear how you're applying these Stoic principles in your daily life, or if you've experienced a change in your relationships after embracing these ideas. Share your stories and thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please like and share it with others who might also benefit from this Stoic wisdom. Remember, every day is an opportunity to choose virtue and peace through the company we keep.